Brilliance Audio presents Great Lion of God, a novel about St. Paul, by Taylor Caldwell, performed by Braden Wright. Any resemblance between the world of St. Paul of Tarsus and the world of today is purely historical. Forward. Many years of intensive study have gone into this novel about one of the most passionate, intelligent, urban, and dedicated apostles of early Christianity, Saul of Tarshish, or, as the Romans called him, Paul of Tarsus, the intellectual Pharisee and lawyer and theologian, and finally, the apostle to the Gentiles. Saul has had more influence on the Western world and Christianity than most of us know, for Judeo-Christianity, which he sedulously spread throughout the world, is the bedrock of modern jurisprudence, morals, and philosophy in the West, and which, through their spiritual and mental power and industry and justice, have literally over the past 2,000 years truly created a new society and advanced the cause of freedom. As we all know, it was Moses who cried, "Proclaim liberty throughout the land, unto the inhabitants thereof." It was the first time in human history that such a proclamation was uttered, and Saul of Tarshish proclaimed it anew and vehemently. Liberty above all has been the most profound ideal of Judeo-Christianity, liberty of mind and soul and body, a new concept among men. It is no wonder, then, that the foes of freedom first attack religion, which liberated mankind. It may cheer many, and depress others, to realize that man never really changes, and the exact problems of Saul's world are the same that confront us today. Cheer in that man has an indomitable way of surviving his governments and his tyrants and surmounting them, and depressing that he never learns from his own experiences. As Aristotle said long before Christ, a people who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. It is obvious that we are repeating it today. Solomon said, "There is nothing new under the sun." The Roman Empire was declining in the days of Saul of Tarshish, as the American Republic is declining today, and for the very same reasons. Permissiveness in society, immorality, the welfare state, endless wars, confiscatory taxation, the brutal destruction of the middle class, cynical disregard of the established human virtues and principles and ethics, the pursuit of materialistic wealth, the abandonment of religion, venal politicians who cater to the masses for votes, inflation, deterioration of the monetary system, bribes, criminality, riots, incendiarisms, street demonstrations, the release of criminals on the public in order to create chaos and terror, leading to a dictatorship in the name of emergency, the loss of masculine sturdiness, and the feminization of the people, scandals in public office, plundering of the treasury, debt, the attitude that anything goes, the tolerance of injustice and exploitation, bureaucracies and bureaucrats issuing evil regulations almost every week, the centralization of government, the public contempt for good and honorable men, and above all, the philosophy that God is dead and that man is supreme. All of this Saul of Tarshish confronted in his own world, where the word modern was deeply cherished. There is a common fallacy that the early church was one loving and fervent and devoted and without contention or controversy, united and dedicated. On the contrary, Christ had not been resurrected 2 years before dissension and protest and dissent racked the young church almost to oblivion. As Saul said, "There is not an obscure little bishop or deacon in some dusty little town who does not have his own interpretation." These small men also had a multitude of followers who heartily disagreed with and fought other Christians, and the bitterness was intense. For many years that bitterness...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?